Go ahead.
Good morning, respected judges and one and all. So we have an interesting case right here, a silent sinister swelling of the lids, a case of a sebaceous cell carcinoma in a 34-year-old. So sebaceous cell carcinoma is a highly malignant tumor, which is known to occur more commonly in the upper lid, seen usually in the 6th decade of life, and known to arise from the Meibomian glands of the tarsus. So it's a 34-year-old lady who presented with a swelling over the lateral aspect of right lower eyelid present since 6 months. The swelling had gradually increased from the pinhead size lesion to the current size. There was no history of any pain, redness, swelling, watering, discharge, or decreased vision. On examination, the vision in both eyes was 6/6 and extraocular movements were full. On examination, there was a 4x4 millimeter mass present over the lateral aspect of the right lower lid involving the tarsal conjunctiva, but not involving the lid margin or extending anteriorly. There was no loss of lashes, ulceration over the swelling, effacement of the Meibomian orifices or telangiectatic vessels over the swelling. So on imaging with the MRI orbit with contrast, there was a focal stir hyperintensity noted in the right lateral portion of the lower eyelid on the inner aspect. So as a modality of management, we went ahead with the excision of the mass with 5 millimeter clearance on all sides and sent the specimen for histopathological examination, which showed all margins to be free from the tumor tissue. And following that, with the lid effect being 30% of the lower lid, it was reconstructed using tensile flap. So histopathological examination revealed tightly packed bizarre basophilic cells suggestive of sebaceous cell carcinoma. So this was the preoperative picture and the postoperative photo, as you can see in a single frame. So what's so special about this case after all? While we know that the tumor of sebaceous cell carcinoma occurs more commonly among the elderly, this lady was just 34 years of age. Moreover, it's known to occur more commonly in the upper lid, while here it was noted to be involving the lower lid. And more importantly, it was not involving the lid margin or the skin, and hence could be noted only on eversion of the lower lid. And the characteristic features usually associated with the malignancy like that of loss of lashes, ulceration, or telangiectasia were all absent. So I would like to conclude by saying that awareness about atypical yet precarious presentation of malignant tumor like sebaceous cell carcinoma is very crucial, and timely diagnosis and appropriate mode of management can avoid grievous consequences of progression of disease and subsequent radical procedures. These were my references. Thank you.
Thank you, Niranjan.
Thank you, Dr. Niranjan. It was a short and terse presentation. Yes, Dr. Chay.
No, then that's all. I just want to know what is the follow-up that you have in this patient?
Sir, we followed her up for 1 year, sir, at regular intervals of 3 months, and there was no recurrence of any lesion, sir.
Okay.
And why did you do an MRI, Dr. Niranjan? Because usually MRIs are not done for a lesion which is very, very visible.
Sir, we just wanted to rule out if there was any concurrent lesions elsewhere in the orbit and to know if there was any intraorbital extension, sir.
What was the TNM staging of your case?
Sir, TNM staging was, I think, not one. We actually didn't go ahead doing the TNM staging. So we had just taken an oncology.
What are the indications of or CT scan or MRI in case of sebaceous gland carcinoma?
Sir, we would like to first of all rule out if there's any intra-orbital extension or to actually delineate the exact extent of the mass, sir.
Okay. You think that in your case orbital extension taken?
No, sir. Actually, we picked it up at a much earlier stage. Had we left it alone, it could have definitely involved a much greater extent, sir.
Okay. What was the histopathological differentiation in your case?
Sir, the two important things which really helped us clinch the diagnosis was the bizarre arrangement of cells, sir, and they were all showing a lot of NC ratio difference, sir, as a nuclear cytoplasmic ratio, and they were highly basophilic and bizarrely arranged. This was the clinching factor in our histopath, sir.
Okay.
All right. So if all the questions are done, I'd like to move to the next speaker.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.